All right, so let's dive in here. Our deep dive today, it's called the digital reset, recognizing and escaping the emotional traps of social media.
And our sources, they show social media is, a powerful tool for connection. We all know that.
Absolutely. But it's also this really sophisticated system. And it comes with some pretty significant risks, to your emotional well-being.
Yeah.
Often stuff we don't even see.
That's the key, the unseen part.
Right. So our mission here is to kind of shine a light on how these things actually work.
Okay.
And this is where it gets, really interesting. The sources point to four main, let's call them emotional traps. They seem baked right into the design of social media.
Often intentionally to, maximize how much time you spend there.
Exactly. It feels like they don't just engage us, they sometimes, exploit our vulnerabilities.
That's a good way to put it. Take the first one they mention, the Comparison Gauntlet.
Right.
It's this constant exposure to, perfection, curated lives, and it just erodes self-esteem over time.
It really does. The numbers are kind of stark, aren't they?
Yeah, the sources point to something like, 87% of women and 65% of men comparing their bodies to images they see online.
Wow.
And that leads directly to, lower self-esteem, body image issues. It's not passive viewing, it's active comparison. And often, it's damaging.
Okay, so that's one. Then there's what they call the phantom buzz. We probably all know this one is FOMO, right? Fear of missing out.
Oh, definitely. That FOMO thing is powerful.
It creates this constant background hum of anxiety, doesn't it? I swear, sometimes I feel my phone buzz when it's not even,
You're not alone there. That phantom buzz, it feeds compulsive checking. You just have to look.
Right.
And it becomes this vicious cycle, this sort of hypervigilance, because you're always worried you're missing something important or rewarding. It taps right into our basic need to belong.
So we're comparing ourselves. We're constantly anxious about missing out, which leads to trap number 3.
The dopamine economy. This is all about the likes, the comments, the notifications. They act as these little unpredictable rewards.
Like a slot machine.
Exactly like a slot machine. It creates behavioral addiction. Your sense of self-worth gets tied up in this fleeting virtual validation.
But is that just, good design, making a product sticky? Or is it something else?
Well, the sources argue it's more than just sticky design. This isn't seen as a bug, it's a feature. It's deliberately engineered using intermittent reinforcement to keep you scrolling. It's incredibly effective at forming habits.
Okay, that makes sense. And the last one?
That's the abyss of the feed. Or maybe you've heard it called doomscrolling. It's that compulsive need to just keep consuming negative news. The algorithms often amplify it too.
It just washes over you.
Totally. It floods you with despair, increases anxiety, and often leaves you feeling pretty powerless, overwhelmed by things you can't actually control.
When you put all those together, it paints a concerning picture. And it's bigger than just individual habits, isn't it? Like the Surgeon General weighed in.
He did. Back in 2023, the U.S. Surgeon General issued an advisory, basically saying there's not enough evidence yet to say social media is definitely safe for kids and teens.
Which is worrying when you think about how many use it.
It's huge. Up to 95% of U.S. teens are on social media. And those spending over 3 hours a day, they face double the risk of anxiety and depression symptoms.
Wow, it's double.
Yeah. And the APA, the American Psychological Association, they point out this critical mismatch. You've got platforms basically designed for adult brains, with developed impulse control.
Right.
But they're being used by teenagers whose brains are still developing, are way more susceptible to these manipulative design tricks. It's a real public health issue.
Okay, so that's the landscape. It sounds intense.
Yeah.
What does this all mean for you, the listener? What can actually be done?
Well, the good news is our sources present a really potent tool, the social media detox.
A detox. Like just quitting cold turkey.
It can be, but it's fundamentally a voluntary break. And the key thing is it has measurable, scientifically backed benefits.
Okay, tell me more. What kind of benefits are we talking?
The evidence is pretty compelling. Even just a 1-week break can significantly cut down symptoms of anxiety and depression.
Just 1 week.
Just 1 week. And a 2-week detox. That's shown improvements in sleep quality, lower stress levels, reduced addiction scores, and importantly, increased life satisfaction.
So it's not just about feeling less bad, it's about actually feeling better.
Precisely. Measurable improvements in well-being.
Okay, that's powerful. So how do you actually do a detox? Does it have to be complete abstinence?
Not always, no. The sources talk about finding your Goldilocks level, maybe just reducing usage to, say, 30 minutes a day, what feels just right for you. Other effective ways include quitting specific platforms that are problematic for you, or having a regular digital Sabbath, like one day a week, completely offline.
Digital Sabbath, I like that.
Yeah. But for any detox to work, the sources stress preparation. You need to define your why. Why are you doing this? Then things like deleting the apps, turning off notifications.
The practical steps.
Exactly. And during the detox, actively replace that screen time with something meaningful offline. Maybe do it with a friend for support. And afterwards, crucially, reflect on what you learned and gained.
That reflection seems vital because the detox itself is like hitting reset, right? But the real goal, based on these sources, is something more long-term.
Absolutely. It's about cultivating a healthier, more intentional, and sustainable relationship with technology. It's not about ditching it forever, necessarily.
It's about you becoming the architect of your own digital life, taking control back.
Well said. You re-engage mindfully. Maybe you schedule your social media time. You create tech-free zones like the bedroom or the dinner table.
Important boundaries.
And you curate your feed ruthlessly. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad, envious, negative, whatever. And actively seek out accounts that, uplift or inspire you.
So it's about building digital resilience.
Yeah, practicing mindfulness may be before, during, and after you use social media. Considering those periodic resets, like the weekly digital Sabbath, as sort of ongoing maintenance. It's calibration.
Constant calibration. Okay. So that brings us to our final thought for you to consider.
Right. So if we accept that the very architecture, the design of social media, is often built to capture and monetize your attention, what radical steps can you personally take? How can you reclaim that attention and make absolutely sure your digital life truly serves your well-being instead of, undermining it?